Gonna be relying mostly on the... You thought I didn't see you. This is going great for me. Huh. Damn it, I thought he was still over there. Oh, come on. I have a lot of health back, so... I believe those enemies are called the Chargers, right? I have to say they might be one of the funnest enemies I've faced. Like, I know that whole sequence may, like, I might have seemed, like, a tad frustrated and stuff. And I mean, there was a touch of frustration there, but you could also hear me laughing. Like, facing these guys is always such a fun time. Like, I kind of blame myself for not, playing it a little smarter. Because I'm trying to... Because I'm trying to use the Seeker rifle and not, like, the Pulse or Line Gun. Something that would be more advantageous for me. But man, like, I'm still having fun. Did I actually hit him? Yeah, I did. Well, even though I didn't kill him or stop him. Nice shot. Complimenting myself, I know. Oh my goodness, this inventory. Okay, I think I can use the the pulse a bit now. Got a lot for it. I need to carry that. I hope that just used a mini and not like a medium. I'm glad the suit was so, or the suit. I'm glad the facility was so happy to explain why. Exactly what was the situation was, you know? Also, I think I know what's about to happen. If this is the bit I think it is, then, yeah. We'll see though, I could be wrong. I thought I was getting an achievement, but...
Oh my god! No! That's not possible!
I can blow the bay doors for you from out here. You can get away. Baby. I love you, Lex.
Gabe.
I love you.
What am I shooting at? The orange bits? Okay, there we go.
I love you.
Gabe! Gabe! Gabe!
Alright. Let's see. Yeah, that was, we basically did that in exactly an hour and a half. That is what I had read was the playtime. That, like, it's a nice little fun romp. It's definitely, obviously not as focused on scaring you, and it's more just like a, It feels like a bit more of your standard actiony third-person shooter. Like you still have the things that make Dead Space with the like stasis and the kinesis. Definitely add to it. And like the atmosphere is still like kind of moody, tense, creepy. So it's not like to me the horror element's gone, but definitely the game isn't as focused on scaring you with little movements or noises or uh, just something really unsettling happening, right? And yeah, that ending is pretty sad. I thought both his legs got blown off, but I saw there it was only just the one leg. But still, like brutal way to go out, obviously. Yeah. So happy I played that. A little extra Dead Space 2 for you guys. Um, I don't. Now the thing is, the credits just said Dead Space 2. It didn't say like severed Dead Space 2 severed or anything. So I don't know if this is just like the base game credits, because I would think the credits for like a little DLC campaign would be different, but I don't know. I mean, this music, it looks the same and the music's the same, so I don't know. I'm gonna let it play out just for the heck of it, in case it is different or anything, or just, you know, and again, these people deserve credit for what they did. At this time, so I uploaded part 41 of the Dead Space remake today, so there's 20 parts left to upload of that. I am debating on maybe uploading the Dead Space 2 playthrough a little early, like not waiting to get through the whole of the first game, or of the remake. That I might start uploading them kind of side by side, because at the end of the day, like the remake is still just the first game, you know, story wise and whatnot. I don't think it really like I don't think there's any extra information there that's gonna be like, oh, you need to see this before the second game. It's the main thing is just that the first game or the remake does a much better job at showing how Isaac is losing his sanity, he's kind of devolving into, you know, seeing things. He's losing. I can't think of the word, but you know, he's going crazy, right? Not as crazy as some other people might do, but he's losing his mind a little bit from what the marker's doing to him. Um, so I don't think it's like I don't see any reason why I shouldn't start uploading the Dead Space 2 playthrough a little early. I got the first recording session all edited and ready to go. So that is kind of the update on that. Since I'm going away for a while, I think I may have mentioned this in the Dead Space 2 playthrough, but I'm gonna look at utilizing that thing that will like time the uploads for you or whatever. Like you tell it, I want this to go live at say April 10th at 12 p.m. Right? I'm gonna look into that. Now, I also want to say like I don't know if I'm gonna upload like 2 videos a day and just like the remake playthrough and the part and Dead Space 2. I'm kind of thinking of like just like uploading a Dead Space 2 part like every second day or third day until the remake playthrough is done, and then um really just focusing on the Dead Space 2 playthrough. I know I have a bit of time when I get back from my vacation. I have a bit of home time to myself. Uh well, yeah, I have a bit of time before I go back to work currently, at least. Things could change, but that may give me a bit of a chance to start on the Dead Space 3 remake. Or remake, Jesus. The Dead Space 3 game. And I know there's the DLC for that too, so that will be another thing to get through. Um, and also, like, my mom, who I live with, she's going to be going away on her own vacation, so if anything, that gives me more opportunity to record, because I could actually like come home and record after work. I won't have to wait for a night off to record, because that's usually the most ideal time for me to record. 3:25 a.m. So I have a bit of time to just chill. I do gotta pack. I don't need to pack too much, but I gotta pack some clothes and stuff. And yeah, I have started my second playthrough. We'll gonna look at doing a bit of achievement hunting, upgrading everything. I'm not very far in that playthrough. Like, I literally kind of just got to the first shop, so I could at least get the suit and like look at all the other armor suits and stuff. As for the game, like, still need a bit of time to assess or really get through that second playthrough to probably nail down my feelings on the game, because I still don't know quite what it is, but I can't tell if it's just like, if it was a me thing for how I was trying to play the game and the game's telling me no. Like, do I think the game gets too difficult at the end? Even, like, I'm just playing normal and that, like, the game's kicking my ass, but it's also like, I think it's because the game, like, realistically, you need to just run through those last like chapter or two. It's not really advisable to sit and collect resources and kill the enemies. It's kind of just go. Just run. There's also the fact that, like, I was struggling resources-wise, which never happened in the first game. Even in the remake, like, I don't recall ever really struggling for resources. This game made me struggle with the resources in that, like, last quarter of the game. It's the whole reason I got stuck inside the Ishimura for a bit. It was just, I was stuck in a very tough spot with what I had available for ammo. And I also had, like, no health packs. I think kind of a real question, since I'm just trying to talk through this, because I do want to let this play through, as I said. In terms of what will probably come, because like my goal obviously is to finish Dead Space, the Dead Space series, and then the TTYD remake or remaster will be like next on the list. But after that, it's like I kind of like, it's what series do I want to tackle after that, right? I know I was talking with friends. There's Ratchet. Like, I have a number of Ratchet and Clank games. I think I have 8 in total, because I have 6 games on the PS2. There was the 4 dedicated ones, and then there's 2 games that were on the PSP that were ported to the PS2. And then I have the remake or remaster, whatever you want to call it, of the first game on PS4. Well, I'll be playing it on a PS5, but I mean, it was made for PS4. And then I'll have Rift Apart. I don't know if I would play through all of those in one kind of back to back to back. Like, I feel like that's a lot more, and might be like a little more draining to go through all those games. Like, I can tell you, I'm not Dead Spaced out yet, even though like this is the 3rd game I've played in a relatively short time span. I don't know why my brain struggled with that one so much. and I still have one more game to go plus the DLC. But like this has been over the course of about 6 months because I was looking back. A video popped up in my feed of the Dead Space 1 playthrough, the original, and it was 5 months ago. And I was like, damn, it has been that long because I played that in December, or at least those parts went up in December. So like, this has been over the course of 6 to 7 months, right? Logitech. Um, and of course, like, there's going to be a bit of a break and breather for me before I start 3. I also kind of had a break between the remake and playing 2. Now, granted, I was still kind of dabbling into the OG and the remake. So I'm guessing that would just mean it's a round 2 now, unless it doesn't have a new game plus. It doesn't look like it gets a new game plus, and I mean, I guess that's kind of fair considering it's so short. There's like very limited new areas in that uh in that DLC. It's mostly retreads of previous areas. So yeah, just to kind of at least finish my thought, like if I do jump into Ratchet and Clank, I'm either gonna limit it to like the PS2 games or maybe just the mainline PS2 games I have, because playing eight games in kind of in a row, like sure there would be some small breaks I would have because some like that's just kind of how it tends to go. I tend to miss a week of recording here and there. Uh, but I think it would be kind of exhausting to play 8 games in a row from the series. So I would either stick to the 4 mainline on the PS2 or just the PS2 in general. Not to mention, like, they're not short games. Like, this isn't like they're not a single player FPS that could be like 6 to 8 hours. I'm pretty sure they're more in like that 10, 12 hour range. So it would be a little more exhausting to get through. Anyway, I think I can wrap this up. I'm at about an hour and 45 minutes on this session, so thank you guys so much for watching. I need to thank you to Nicoreda for doing the Protogen model. Thank you to Okkura for your arm work. Again, they're kind of on a hiatus right now. They're just dealing with IRL stuff. No idea when they'll be back, if they even will. And then Main Monkey Funky, who did the ODST armor. I look forward to seeing you guys soon for both Dead Space 3 and TTYD remaster remake. I don't brain, please work. And I want to say that I will I'm gonna go into Dead Space 3 with a positive mindset. I know what the game is. I know it's different. I'm not like I want to go into that game with a positive mindset because the devs have proven that they are very skilled devs. They know what they're doing. These are talented devs. So even though they're kind of being forced to make a game that they didn't want to, that doesn't mean it's bad, you know? It's just one of those things that sometimes it's what the title of the game is can kind of drag it down in its own sense because people have expectations of that title. There's tropes, genres, themes, things associated with the name. And when the game doesn't have some of those qualities, some of those uh, formalities, I can't quite find the word I'm looking for here, but people can say it's bad and awful and whatever when it's just kind of the game's not bad. It's just not. It's not. It doesn't feel like a Dead Space game, right? It's one of those things where it's like you can look at like Paper Mario, for example. If you separated Sticker Star from the Paper Mario title and it was his own thing, and I haven't played Sticker Star for just reference sake here, but if you separated that from the Paper Mario title, I think there would be a very different viewpoint on it. Now, granted, the visuals and everything would make it feel Paper Mario-esque, but if that didn't have the Paper Mario in the title, I feel like there would be a different kind of reception, a different kind of view on that game. But because it's tied to that series, people have expectations. They have certain expectations of what it will be like and what it should play at. So, and that's to me that's totally fair, because I think when a series establishes itself on certain like on a certain genre or certain themes, certain qualities that has, and like Dead Space, it started out with like the horror, like really strong horror element, strong atmosphere, and then if you lose those things, then it kind of just becomes a standard FPS game or FPS game, TPS, third person shooter. So, and it's kind of like how I feel about Super Paper Mario, because it doesn't have to. Part of what makes Paper Mario to me is the turn-based combat, is the action commands, that kind of stuff. But because Super Paper Mario didn't completely gutted that gameplay style and it became just a basic platformer, there's a reason I don't really want to play it. I know it has a strong story, arguably the best. I know there's a very strong following for it, but to me, part of what makes Paper Mario is the gameplay, was that turn-based combat system. And without it, it's hard for me to care as much or be as invested, because to me that was always part of the fun. Uh, Sorry, I'm rambling. I need to end this off here so I can have a bit of free time, because after this I'll have a bit of time to relax, then I have a few chores and packing to do. I have a shift tonight, and then when I get off that shift in the day, well, I leave like 10 hours later or whatever, so 10, 12 hours later, so I won't have much time. So I'm gonna go enjoy the rest of the time I have home before I am gone on my vacay. So you guys have a good rest of your day, good night, whatever time it is for you. I will see you next time. Thank you so much for watching. Ciao for now. Bye.